Beautiful. Thank you so much, Karina. Well done on getting your mouth around the Power Packed Perfect pitch. So today I am not going to spend time telling you about how we immigrated from South Africa to Australia. And I'm not going to spend time telling you about my amazing family, but just to let you know, I do actually have one, and my husband is here today. Today, what I want to talk about is the hello, is the perfect pitch. Specifically, the objectives. What is an elevator pitch? What is the perfect pitch? Then, of course, we get into the nitty-gritties. What is a power-packed perfect pitch? And of course, this is a doing session. So you're going to create your own power-packed perfect pitch. And then, of course, I will share with you what who my ideal referral is. So with that, what is an elevator pitch? In essence, it is a 30 to 60 second pitch that introduces you and your business to somebody. Now, the elevator pitch, the name is quite an antiquated name, because let's be real for a moment. Who actually steps into an elevator? As the doors close, you throw your pitch at the nearest person to you and hope for the best. Hope is not a strategy. Chances are, if you've done that, as those doors have opened, that person's got out of that lift and ran as fast as they could. And if it's ever happened to you, you're the guy who's hit the button, got out, and run for your life. So although the elevator pitch has a place in the space, the name is fairly antiquated. And that brings us to what is the perfect pitch? The perfect pitch connects you to the right person at the right time. So when is the right time? The right time is when somebody asks you, invites you to give that information. Hey, who are you? What do you do? It could be in business. It could be in a social environment. It could be in a business networking environment, such as Fresh, where we absolutely have that moment to shine, to give the pitch. We do want to make sure that we are connecting with the right people at the right time. Now, of course, we take it up a level and we go, what is a power-packed perfect pitch? A power-packed perfect pitch is in essence the 10 to 20 second pitch. It's that moment when you know you've got to keep it short. For example, today where Darren says we've got a room full of guests, a room full of members, we need to keep things short and sharp. So why and when do you need the perfect pitch? We need it so we can stick to the knitting and get to the points. And you may be wondering, particularly if you've worked through one of my previous courses, the Perfect Pitch course as an example, is when would I use a power-packed pitch and when would I use a normal pitch? If you ever get that feeling that you need to keep it short or your 60-second pitch is going to be too long, that is when you bring in your power-packed perfect pitch. I will let you know that this is one of the most powerful pitches that you can have in your pitch library. So I want you to grab a pen because this is a doing exercise. So don't be lazy. Don't think I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the view and not do anything, because you will get caught out. Because of course, today we have a challenge. The challenge today is to use your power-packed perfect pitch in today's time to shine. So you want to be ready and you want to be prepared. Do not sweat, do not panic. This is the easiest thing you are ever going to learn. Are you ready? Can I just see some thumbs up or some, in fact, in the chat, put GTG, which means good to go. Then I can see that we are good to go. All righty ho, got a couple of GTGs. Fantastic. All right, number one, are you ready? This is super easy. Is your name. All right, so in a business environment, so for example, in the Fresh room, you would use your first name and your last name. In a social environment, you may just choose to use your first name, because let's be honest, if you had a barbecue and someone says, hey, who are you? And you go, my name is Sasha Dumaresque. It'll be like, whoa, well, you're no fun, okay? So in a social environment, it may just be Sasha. In a business environment, you always want to use your first name and your last name. Couple of reasons is, number one, people remember it so they can refer you, because that's ultimately how we want to build our networks. Number two, it means that they can find you on socials, specifically, for example, on LinkedIn. Okay, easy. Number two is same. So what is your business segment? What do you do? In other words, for example, if you said, my name is Sarah Bauling and I am a baker. Now we know that there's a baker pretty much on every street corner. So the same is the business segment that you fit into. So you may be a travel agent, you may be a mortgage broker, you may be a tax consultant, you may be a property specialist. So whatever your same is kind of, it puts you into a segment. So you don't just go, my name is Sarah, and okay, so what are you? I run a nursery, I'm a florist. Okay, so your same is, what is your business segment, or what do you do? Number 3, fame. What makes you different? So it could be fun, it could be quirky, it could be your company tagline, it could be something that gets people thinking. So there are 3 things, and this is how easy it is: name, same, and fame. As an example, I worked with a client, she's based in Queensland, and she's a social media expert. So her name, same, and fame was, my name is Nikki Jerd, I am a social media specialist. And then her fame was, I make sure that you don't do anything embarrassing on Facebook. Now, that is as simple as it is. Why do we do this? Name, same, and fame leads to a meaningful conversation. And this is where the magic happens. So let's just go back a few steps. If someone had to say to me in a casual environment, hey, what do you do? And I had to say, well, here comes my pitch. My name is Sarah Bauling. I'm a professional speaking coach, and I work with you to create your perfect pitch. Have you ever had to put your pitch together and felt that it was awkward, uncomfortable, and you didn't know what to say? By working through my program, The Perfect Pitch, you will find that you can deliver with confidence and clarity to anyone, anywhere, anytime. If you'd like more information, please reach out to me. Now, let's be honest, that is a great pitch in this room, but how does that feel at a barbecue? Someone's going to be like, I don't want to speak to her because she says too much. She's too formal. Where my name, same, and fame could be in a casual environment. My name is Sarah. I'm a professional speaking coach, and I work with you to create your perfect pitch. That then leads to someone going, wow, that's interesting. Tell me more about it. So they've actually opened that door for me to come in. Now, the nice thing, the great thing, the fantastic thing about name, same, and fame is you can create a whole lot. So you may be focusing on something specific in your business. You may be focusing on a particular project that you're running. You may be looking for a certain type of person in your life. So your name, your same, and your fame can be altered. Well, hopefully your name and same kind of stays the same, but your fame can be altered, can be varied. You can add some fun. It may not be the space to say, we make sure you don't do anything embarrassing on the internet. It may be inappropriate in that space, or it may be appropriate. So I would just like to see in the chat box, is there a GTG on the name, same, and fame? Has everybody got this? In fact, if there are questions, now is the time to ask them. Okay, fantastic. And again,
oh, sorry, just a quick one. If you have some leftover time with your pitch, if you nail all the information and you have an extra 10 seconds, what would you do with it?
So it would depend on I don't see who asked the question, sorry, because I'm sharing, but it sounds like Daniel.
No, that's Max. That's all good.
Max, sorry, Max. Okay, so if, for example, you've got an extra 10 seconds, that's where you would, in essence, you should have a pitch library. So say you've got a pitch library, you've got your 10 seconds, you've got a 30 seconds, you've got 45 seconds, you've got a 60 seconds pitch. It's really handy to have a pitch library, and all of my delegates who work through the Pitch Academy, I encourage them to have this library. So when you walk into a room and your facilitator or co-facilitator says, hey guys, we've got 60 seconds today, you can actually pull out a pitch that gives you that full 60 seconds. Because the last thing you want is to give people 60 seconds and suddenly it becomes 80 seconds. So preparation is king. If you find you've got this little 10 seconds pitch or the 20-second pitch, the great thing there is you may want to add something in, which could be your call to action. So my name is Sarah Bauling. I'm a professional speaking coach. I work with you to create your perfect pitch. So if you would like to take your pitch from ordinary to extraordinary, perhaps we can have a coffee catch up. So I've just extended it and added a call to action in. Max, did that answer your question?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Fantastic. And that is, yeah, make them a cocktail, Max. I like that, Darren. Okay. What we're going to do now is you're going to write your name, your same, and your fame. I feel like a teacher now because I'm literally going to give you 30 seconds of silence. I'm even timing it. So when you're doing your name, your same, that's pretty easy. When you do your fame, think of what could lead to a meaningful conversation. What is your tagline? What could be quirky? What could be fun? What could be different? So I'm going to give you 30 seconds for you to write your name, your same, and your fame. Righty ho. I hope that you have got that written down. Now, remember the challenge I laid down earlier, to use your power-packed, perfect pitch in today's time to shine. And as Darren and as Sasha have said from the very beginning, proactively listen to one another's pitches. And when you hear that thing that gets you intrigued, that gets you excited, make a note. That's the person you want to have a get fresh with. Okay, so today is the day you get to put it into action. And the good news is you cannot mess this up. So give it a try in the safe environment. From my side, what do I offer in terms of the perfect pitch? I run a perfect pitch course, which is a 4-hour course where we delve into the perfect pitch. I have an online course, so you can do it anytime, anywhere, so long as you've got internet access. I run the most amazing Perfect Pitch Academy, which is filled with a whole heap of cool kids who get to practice their pitch, partake in workshops, and meet other like-minded business owners while they are upskilling. And of course, I offer executive one-on-one coaching. So my ideal referral is anyone who is in a networking group, individuals, companies who want to upskill their team. You may be feeling like your pitch needs to be refreshed, refined, and revamped. Please reach out to me. If you know somebody else who wants to gain clarity and confidence in their pitch, I am the person that you can easily refer them to. These are just some of the amazing clients that I've worked with in my time being in Australia. There are so many more. You may recognize some of these amazing logos. Some of them are fresh members as well. So a big thank you to all the fresh members who do support me. I would like to offer a complimentary, I am running a complimentary workshop next week, Wednesday. I would love to invite you to join. It's called the 1-Hour Superpower Your Perfect Pitch. The great thing about this is we will delve into the 7 key foundational elements and you will leave with the perfect pitch blueprint. So if you are keen to join that, pop your details into the chat and I will personally send you the link to register for that. And I would love to see you there. Before we wrap up, are there any quick questions before we carry on with our meeting today? If there are, either jump off mute or pop it in the chat. Otherwise, of course, you are welcome to reach out to me.